Hello again, everybody. Hank Renner Jr. and on my left is Dragon Dave, and we are at the historic Richmond Civic Auditorium for another big-time wrestling card. We want to welcome everybody, and here's somebody who doesn't look too welcome. What can you tell us about this young man here, Dragon Dave?
Oh, what I can't tell you is that why in the world would you drag me all the way here to Richmond? What's there to do over here? You know, I'm telling you right now, as soon as this event is over, I'm taking off. I'm heading straight to the freeway and going back home.
Well, let's go to Alan Bolte in the ring here. Oh, he's the wise guy, all right. I'll tell you, there's Goggles Goldstein. There's Alan Bolte. 35 years it's got to be in the business. He's called some great matches here, folks, throughout the years, over the years. And there's Shane West as he's coming out, making his debut, as well as Wiseguy in big-time wrestling. A lot of firsts tonight. You're going to see a couple of other young newcomers trying to make a name for themselves and come up the rankings. And on top of those rankings is one guy that I know you know very well, Dragon Dave, and that is the irresistible one, Jason Styles.
Well, yeah, of course, everybody wants to be where Jason Styles is, on top of the mountain. You know, it's only you know, come on, everybody wants to get on top of that ladder, including these guys right here.
Well, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Shane West here from all the way from Austin, Texas. That's a heck of a plane flight, especially now with the baggage fees. You know, they really get you. You know, Dragon Dave. Now, Dragon Dave, are you on the hook for baggage fees? I know that you travel pretty heavily.
No, my baggages fly for free.
Your baggages fly for free? Now, are those baggages blonde or brunette?
Well, they're all colors. You know, I got plenty of baggage.
You're an equal opportunity moocher now. Bell's gone. This one's underway here in our opening contest. Look at the beautiful. This is such a beautiful building. Oh, look at this. Not making any friends here, Wiseguy. You know, this is a psych out here or psych in. Usually, if somebody does that, and I don't know, Dragon Dave, how effective is that?
Well, first of all, why does Wiseguy need any friends? You know, I mean, this is not a mutual admiration society here. You're trying to win against your opponent and climb that ladder. Why should they shake hands? What's the purpose in that?
Well, I think it shows some good sportsmanship for one thing, and there's some good wrestling here. A go behind into a standing side headlock. What a card we have tonight for you. And there's a beautiful headlock takeover here in the early goings of this bout. Goggles Goldstein in there, Alan Bolte, Kirk White presenting another outstanding BTW card. Of course, their home and mecca, if you will, of wrestling is the Newark Pavilion, but as we said before, what a historic building this is with Andre the Giant. I was talking with Alan Bolte, telling great stories about Don Morocco. Oh, there's a beautiful tackle. Down goes Mr. Wiseguy. Shane West in there. A beautiful high elevation leapfrog. Oh, tries for a hip toss. Nothing doing. Tries again. Still nothing doing. Oh, into a beautiful, high elevation monkey flip. What do you think about that, Dragon Dave? That was beautiful.
That was very impressive. But let me ask you something. If Newark would be considered New York, then would that mean that Richmond would be considered like New Jersey?
Oh, boy, what a backdrop. And this Wiseguy is really getting it from Shane West. Shane West shining here in the early part of the first cover of the match. First cover of the night gets a 1 count only.
Well, does it?
I forgot the question. Oh, the New Jersey angle. Well, you know, Richmond's had its problems. We're not going to try and hide that. It's a very, very old community, and, you know, the recessions hit them hard, too. There's a cover and a 2 count. But I'll tell you, the people who are here are really, really big-time wrestling fans, and we want to thank each and every one of you. Even though, you know, we're not going to try and say something it isn't. It is a small crowd, but, you know, there's not a lot of money here in Richmond, and those people who come here really, really want to be here.
There's not a lot of money here? Well, I'm gone.
Oh, thank God. Maybe that'll get rid of me. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry to talk through some really good wrestling by these two youngsters. There was a nice high-elevation suplex and a cover, and there was a kick out. There's Alan Bolte, a good shot of him now. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful move shown by the Wiseguy here.
That was a wise move.
That was indeed a wise move, and I'm seated next to a very wise man. Wise in many respects.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you see that. You point that out.
I see it every month, Dragon Dave, in the terms of a visa statement. So I'll show. Oh, look at that right hand. Boy, Shane West reeling now into an elbow drop here right across the throat. I don't know if that caught an esophagus or whatever from this angle. I can't see it, but wow. There's one good thing about this Richmond broadcast booth, I'll tell you, and that's that there's only 2 monitors, and there's one not to my left but to my right, so Dragon Dave has to strain his brain to see the Davina Rose anthology that he can't watch because I happen to have Green Acres on tonight.
Now, why would you rather watch Green Acres than watch the Wiseguy wrestle?
Well, no, it's not that I'm watching Green Acres in lieu of watching Wiseguy and Shane West here. I'm just saying that Green Acres is on, and that's to prevent you from being distracted, as you always are, and missing all the cheating, shenanigans, and falderall that goes on. Usually, one Shane Ballard and France's Most Cunning Athlete. Those are 2 of your favorites.
So what you're saying is that you'd rather be in Green Acres than in Richmond, because after all, Green Acres is the place to be.
And farm living is the life for me.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Land spreading out so far and wide. Forget Manhattan, just give me that countryside. Okay, sorry, folks. This is a flashback to the 60s. There's an elbow. Finds its mark in there. Boy, this Wiseguy has been working over. We're going to have to look at the time, too. This one's got a 10-minute time limit, and we're getting pretty much towards the last third of this thing. Folks, we got to take a look at that, and it's Shane West looks like he's sort of out on his feet from the Wiseguy. Now, Wiseguy, I don't like that. He's taking too much time. He could have covered his man.
Well, I got to agree with you there, Junior. Every time when you have your opponent, it looks like you have your opponent right where you want him, you should take advantage of the situation. And but I guess the Wiseguy wants to dish out a little bit more punishment.
That was really impressive, folks. That standing moonsault, man, oh man, that I don't know if we've seen that in a long time, and the crowd really getting behind. Who's here is really into this match, and they're getting behind Shane West. They want to see him come back, but I don't think so. I mean, Wiseguy just put a beautiful move on. What a talented kid that he is. I hope that we see more of him in big-time wrestling.
Yes, and but you know what I'll be interested to know is, I'd be interested to know how Wiseguy or Shane, for that matter, would fare against somebody like Chemo or somebody like Jason Styles or Lemper. You know, some of the big guns here in BTW wrestling.
Well, that's why they have to start out where they are. The championship committee looks at that. They have to get a specific win pattern in a specific area. Meaning if you're going to go for a tag team championship, you have to wrestle in tag teams. We're going to see, though, also one of the new rules that's actually been around that is starting to be enforced is that the championship committee will have tag team wrestlers working one individual show per year. One individual match per year, just to see what they can do, just to keep them sharp, so to speak.
Well, I don't like that because that gives plenty of room for any one of the tag team individuals to get injured, and especially for the tag team champions. You know, it could jeopardize their titles.
Oh boy! Oh, speaking of jeopardizing things, we've got a double splash. Both of these guys read each other absolutely correctly, and look now, they're both hitting ribs, and both of them holding their ribs. It looks like Shane West got the worst of that, but Wiseguy's now flat on his back. First one to their feet has the advantage. I don't know if anybody's going to be in. This looks like a double countout.
Well, if that's the case, then who wins? Then who gets that extra push up the ladder?
Well, that's another one of those things. You know, there's three numbers in the columns: wins, losses, and other. And this becomes an other if they do get counted out, but both men are back on their feet. There's a beautiful flying elbow and a 2 count.
Although I do have Wiseguy ahead on points.
Dave, how long have you been watching professional wrestling?
For a long time. I know there's certain points that you achieve, you know, and the committee takes that into consideration.
What? Who is using the family brain cell this evening? Points? Dragon Dave, the only points you get are mileage points that you rack up on my visa going to visit Jason Styles.
Well, but wait a minute. I mean, what? So you mean that doesn't mean that's a 3 points? That's 3 points right there. Look at that. Look at that kick. You know. And you know what? Goggles Ghosties needs to, do a faster count here.
What do you mean? That's a regulation count. That timing was fine on it. Wow, these two guys were getting towards the end of this time limit here. I think there's just 2 minutes maybe left, if that. Now, oh, there's, holy smokes, Shane West down on his back. Was that 3? I can't tell from this angle.
Well, and I guess not. But right now we have to take into consideration the time limit. I mean, this. Whoa, that was a beautiful move on the part of the Wiseguy right there. But he needs to take advantage of the situation. And look at him. I don't think he's got enough gas left in the tank right there. Although he is signaling right there that this is the beginning of the end right there.
Boy, both of these guys have to be on empty. I'll tell you what, this is right towards the end of this time limit here, and we may even have a time limit draw. Now that is another really rookie mistake there on the part of Mr. Wiseguy. Oh, and look at that. He goes to the well once and misses. Now Shane West is coming back to life here after taking quite a pasting in the early part of this match. Double underhook suplex turns him around. Maybe he's got him here. 1, 2, and 3 gets the Duke.
Whoa! Was that a win?
That was a win, and that was a pretty good victory here for young Shane West.
Well, I guess Shane West, just pull one under from the Wiseguy. I guess that makes him the Wiseguy.
He might just be. In any effect, he's wiser than you because he won the match and you weren't even looking.
Well, there it is, a win in the column for Shane West. Very impressive, I must say. Not that easy to get one over on the Wiseguy.
Not that easy, and nothing's easy here in Big Time Wrestling. And coming up, folks, we're going to see two guys who are no strangers to each other. One, Brunhilde's one of her favorite wrestlers. That's Chico Navarro taking on the youngster Victor Sterling. Plenty of action still to come. The Honky Tonk Man and France's most cunning athlete tonight, folks.
Remind me never to come back to Richmond. I hate this